All right, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about section P.4, which is factoring polynomials. We'll be here for a couple days. We are going to start today with just taking out the greatest common factor of multiple polynomials, and then we will also transition to factoring trinomials lead coefficient 1, so like 1x squared plus 5x plus 6, or x squared minus 7x plus 10. So three-term polynomials. When we factor, there's a common process here. So this is probably the most important part of the notes for P.4. Just so you are aware, these are posted online too. So if you miss any of this, you can always go back to the actual note file online, or you could pause this video, which I suggest while you're writing this down. The first thing we want to do, if we can, is factor out the greatest common factor. Now, if you have, for example, x squared plus 7x plus 10, there is no greatest common factor, so then you jump over step 1a. But if you can factor out the greatest common factor, you always start there. Next thing you do is you multiply the first, or the lead coefficient, by the constant. And again, I'll talk about all these steps and show you examples in a minute. Then step 2, we're going to find two numbers that multiply to equal our answer from 1b and add up to equal the middle coefficient. Again, that might be a little confusing right now as you're hearing me talk about it. Once we go through some examples, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. We'll rewrite our middle coefficient as our two numbers here, and then factor by parts. So again, we look at these 4 steps, and that seems and sounds easy peasy. Let's put that into practice now, these next couple of slides, and you'll be ready to roll on your homework. So here we go. Our step 1a said factor out the greatest common factor. The greatest common factor is the largest number that these two numbers have in common. So if we just look at 6 and 14, and we list their factors, and a lot of times you can just do this in your head, not that you physically have to write it down, but our factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3, and 6. Our factors of 14, 1, 2, 7, and 14. You can see that the largest number they have in common is 2. They also have an x. So our greatest common factor is going to be 2x. We're going to divide that out. So if I take 2x out of here, I'm left with 3x squared. And if I divide 2x out of here, I'm left with 7. How do we know we did this right? Well, if we distribute, we should end up back to our original expression. So 2x times 3x squared, 6x cubed. 2x times 7 is 14x. So we are golden. So again, this is a very basic example where all we can do is take out the greatest common factor. Now we're going to look at a trinomial where we follow through all these steps. So here we go. X squared plus 7x plus 10. There is no greatest common factor. So then our next step, according to our slides, multiply the lead coefficient by the constant. So what does that mean? Our lead coefficient here, we have a 1x squared, so 1 times the constant. 1 times 10 is 10. Two numbers that multiply to equal 10 and add up to that middle coefficient. So 1 times 10 was 10. Two numbers that multiply to that add up to 7. Well, those two numbers are 5 and 2. Then our next step says to rewrite this number as the sum of those two. So x squared plus 5x plus 2x plus 10. 5x and 2x equals 7. We now have 4 numbers. So when we talk about factoring by parts, it's the first two and the second two. So the greatest common factor between these two is x, and the greatest common factor between the second two is 2, like so. I now have a common factor of x plus 5 and x plus 2. So there is my answer. Same idea here, a little bigger numbers, that's okay. Lead coefficient today is always going to be 1. So 1 times 56 is 56. Two numbers that multiply to that add up to negative 15 are negative 7 and 8. So I'm going to rewrite this as negative 7x and negative 8x. First two numbers have an x in common. My second two numbers have a negative 8 in common. And I get to my answer x minus 8, x minus 7. And finally, a different example, but same idea. Lead coefficient of 1. So all of them today, lead coefficient of 1. 1 times negative 51 is negative 51. Two numbers that multiply to that number and add up to 14. 17 and negative 3. Rewrite that middle term. Look at the first two. What do they have in common? Same as the last three examples, they have an x in common. What do these two have in common? Negative 3. And so our factored answer, x minus 3, x plus 17. So again, as you watch this, pause as often as you need to, rewatch it if you need to, but this will help you get going on today's homework. So we have P.4 day 1, and we will see you tomorrow.